Attack on America. Evil strikes the heart of democracy.
A death toll in the thousands, a world in crisis.
We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to this special edition, extended edition of National 9 News, as we try to come to terms with the almost unbelievable events of the past 19 hours. It was a calculated, ruthless, and bloodthirsty attack on the heart of America. The tall and proud twin towers of New York's World Trade Center now just rubble. The Pentagon also ploughed into by a hijacked airliner. Michael Usher, who's in New York, begins our coverage, which we warn does contain many graphic images which are certainly disturbing.
America was under attack. New York was the front line, and the World Trade Center, famous twin symbol of American prosperity, was on fire. At 8:45 in the morning, a Boeing 767 speared deep inside the North Tower. It was already crowded with some of the 50,000 people who worked at the complex. 19 minutes later, it became brutally clear this was no accident. The incredible sight of the second passenger jet heading straight into the second tower, setting off a huge explosion. Boom! Oh, man. From far below, another cameraman recorded the scene as a man sat unaware of what was happening. The jet was swallowed by the building, then almost emerged on the far side. The most audacious terrorist attack in history was fully underway.
It's got to be a terrorist attack. I can't tell you anything more than that. I saw the plane hit the building.
By now, the world was watching as flames took hold, but even then, few expected this was about to become worse, much, much worse. Trapped by flames and smoke, dozens of people hung out from the broken windows, trying to attract help, but many others realized rescue was impossible.
One at a time in different parts of the building, I just started to see the people just drop and drop. And I must have counted like 30 or 40 people, you know.
For all those who somehow kept hope alive and thousands more scrambling to escape down the stairwell, all hope ran out.
Oh my God. We gotta go.
In a horrifying, peeling cascade, all 110 floors of the South Tower came thundering to earth. A doctor recorded the scenes on his camera.
Hope I live. I hope I live. It's coming down on me. Here it comes. I'm getting behind a car. It's incredible. Okay, I'm gonna have to go find people who need help. Because I don't think I'm one of them.
Dude, man, the thing's gone. It blew up. I don't know. I came down. I'm alive.
Still around, guys. Still around.
Another cameraman kept recording as a massive dust cloud rolled towards him. Then the shockwave knocking other people to the ground. Everywhere, people running. This reporter telling how a stranger tried to save her from the blast.
Finally, as we ran and ran, he slammed me into a wall and covered my body with his. I could feel his heart beating against my backbone. And I think both of us were sure we were dead.
And then the North Tower, also shaken to its very foundations, could stand no more.
The second one is going down now, as I speak live. The second one is now collapsed down to the ground.
I'm asking you for your life. Get the f*** out of here, please. All right, we got so many people dead. Let's go, please, out of here. I saw it blow and then ran like hell. Thank God. I'm 69, but I can still run.
This is now the terrible task at hand, emerging from the dirt and rubble and smoke. The fleets of ambulances, presumably carrying the many, many dead. Any way possible, rescuers rushed to help. Any transport they could find used to get the injured to hospital. One conservative estimate has up to 2,000 people admitted to hospital, mostly with burns and breathing problems. Also turning up, people answering the appeal to give blood on a scale not seen outside wartime. With both towers gone from the New York skyline, their rubble filled the streets for blocks around the scene. Also on the ground, an engine from one of the jets. Fire engines and other emergency vehicles were pounded by the wreckage. Up to 300 police, firemen and paramedics are thought to be among the dead.
from some of the best people in this department. I can't find anybody from 5 rescues and 7 squads, and it's just, it's a devastating thing.
Did you see people bleeding, and what did you see?
Oh, everybody could see. You want blood? Here's blood. Everybody's bleeding.
Nightmares. Armageddon right here.
Overshadowed by all this, another outrage an hour later in Washington. A third hijacked passenger jet aimed at the heart of America's military, the Pentagon. The aircraft crashed right through to the central courtyard, killing all 64 on board. 20,000 people work at the Pentagon, and the death toll on the ground is said to be at least 800. Fearing the White House was another target, the Secret Service evacuated all staff except for the government executive and military high command bunkered below the building. A fourth and final hijacked passenger jet remained a menace in the sky, apparently unable to reach its target of the Camp David presidential retreat. It crashed in Woodlands in Pennsylvania. There were no survivors. Another 45 innocent passengers and crew taken to their deaths. Back in New York, the tragic sight of a mortally wounded city, but Lady Liberty's standing strong. America will be leaning heavily on her symbols of nationhood, comforting the bereaved, tending the wounded, and looking for justice against such ruthless invaders. In New York, Michael Usher, National 9 News.